Question, we've got a function, 8 root x plus 5, and we're on an interval 2 to 9. And they say, first off, find the average or mean slope of the function. Okay, so how do we find the average or mean slope? The average mean slope. Well, you know how to find the slope, right? It's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But remember, y values are f values. So this is really f of x2, f of x1. And then in particular, the x1 is 2, and the x2 is 9. So this is f of 9 minus f of 2 over 9 minus 2. So that makes sense. I'm just using the slope formula. The slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, but y values are f values. And then the 2 points, the x1, x2 are 2 and 9. 9 minus 2 on the top, f of 9 minus f of 2. Okay, so that's what we got to do. So here we go. So it's going to be f of 9. What's f of 9? You got to take that function and plug in 9. Ooh, plug in 9. So there's f of 9 minus, we got to plug in f of 2. Oops, not point 2, but 2. Over 9 minus 2. Okay, so there we go. So this, again, this right here is f of 9, and this right here is f of 2, right? I just plug those into the function. The original function they gave us. This one right here. 0.5 power. You can make those square roots if you want. Either way. All right, so if you go to Desmos on your calculator, so I'm going to go plug those in. So what is it? 8 root of 9 plus 5. So I'm going to go to Desmos. 8 root of 9 plus 5. Okay, so 8 root of 9 plus 5 minus parenthesis 8. What was it? So 8 root of 9 plus 5 minus 8 root of 2 plus 5. 8 root of 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5. Let's put that over. What's it supposed to be over? 9 minus 2. There we go. There's the slope, the average slope between those points, 1.812. 1.812. So that's how we get that first answer, 1.812. Okay, now next, so next, by the mean value theorem, we know there exists a C in the interval such that f prime of C, here's the key, f prime of C is equal to this mean slope. Okay, here's the picture we're talking about. Here's the actual function. This is the function y equals, what is our function? I already forgot. 8 root of x plus 5. So I graphed it on the Desmos grapher. It's this red function here. And then I went between the points 2 and 9, which is our interval, and I connected those 2 points with that blue line. Okay, well, we're saying there's some other point between 2 and 9 where the slope of the tangent line will be exactly parallel equal. Tangent line at x equals, turns out 4.87 is going to be the place. I'll show you how we find that. The slope will be exactly the same. Both slopes are 1.81. That's what we're talking about. We're saying, hey, between 2 points, if you draw a line connecting 2 points on a graph, it's a continuous function. There'll be some point along the way where the slope of the tangent line is exactly the same. So let's see it. How do we know that? Where's that going to be? Let's take our function down here. Again, x to the 0.5 plus 5, or, square root of x, anything. And let's take the derivative. Because that gives us the slope of the tangent line, right? Derivative is slope of tangent line. Bring this down. Half of 8 is 4. Subtract 1 minus 0.5. The 5 just goes to 0. And we want to set it equal to what? What did it come out to be? Well, it came out to be that 1.8123 answer we got. because that was the average slope between the points. We're saying, well, somewhere the derivative will equal that average slope. This is the mean average slope between the points. And we're saying when you take the derivative, you're going to find some x that where it'll equal that average. So let's solve that for x. How do we solve for x? We divide both sides by 4. Boom. I'm just going to leave that sit for a minute. And we get the 1.813, 8123, I mean. Oops, I was a squiggly. 812, 3 over 4. Okay, now how are we going to solve this? Well, here's what you do. You want to get rid of that negative zero point 0.5, right? So let me just put it this way. You just do a power on both sides. It'll make that x to the 1, because x to the 1 is regular x. What's it going to be? Negative 2. Because two negatives make a positive, and 2 times a half is 1. Whatever you do to one side, you have no choice but to do the same thing to the other. Let's just go hit the buttons on our calculator. Here's what we need. See how I came up with that, by the way? These guys will multiply to be plus 1, won't they? Because two negatives make a positive, and half times 2 is 1. Whatever you do to one side, do the other. Let's go to the calculator. So I'm going to take that answer I got last time, over 4 to the negative 2 power. Over 4. So I'm going to take that answer I got last time, over 4, and I got to put a parenthesis around it, to the power. Oh, not that power. So that to the power, I don't know where my power thing is going here. Okay, here, let me try this again. Let me start with the parentheses. Yeah, here, sorry, having a little few technical difficulties here. So I'm going to do the parentheses. I'm going to do, what was it? I've already forgotten now. It's the answer over 4 to the negative 2 power. Answer over 4. So the answer over 4 to the power negative 2. I guess that's power right there. 4.8713. There it is. 4.8713 is that what we got? And that's what we got. And so that's how we do it. That's the point we found. Just type that into Desmos, and there we go.